Alright, well, I don't know if this is actually going to be something I decide to upload, but I will not be voicing them because I cannot bring my voice high enough, so yeah! Hold on, I gotta find sex-craved fan. Also, yeah, I will not be able to pronounce any of these names, again, if this even goes up, but these names I probably won't be able to pronounce half of them correctly, and if I do, it'll be by sheer luck. But I got luck, so let's see. It's what you deserve, are. Yeah, that's wrong. We love you! We'll always support you! You! You never gives up. You're strong, you keep fighting. You can do it. You can do anything. We love you, you. Alright, this is what I've been waiting for. It's such a hype song. Wow, I'm getting goosebumps already. I can't believe IU loves us so much. Not like the other idols out there. She really does value her fans. She's so pure and beautiful. I just can't get enough of your cute smile. Let's see. I'll support you to the end of time. For now and forever, you're the only real-eye 3D girl for mine. This is... you. And there's my character. What am I doing with my life? You are absolutely correct, MC. It's so silent, you can hear a pin drop. If I was as crazy as some of the other fans, I'd probably consider it as an immense privilege to even stand in the same room as she is, no matter how far away I am from the stage. I'm sure for some guys here, it's the happiness night of their lives. A middle-aged man standing next to me is actually crying. Some diehard IU fans are acting like the concert is a religious experience. I guess I can't fault them for it, ridiculous though it seems. Gods aren't so very different from idols. I want to see the reasoning here. It'd be very funny. What did you do, MC? Why is your boss gonna fire you? Oh, you right. Right. There's barely enough room to swing a cat around, let alone wheel a large industry standard camera. Shouldn't you have a press pass if you're a cameraman? This might be one of the worst nights of my life. Concert hall's huge. but it's not enough to accommodate all of these fans. She's way too damn popular. Stood through about 15 different tracks so far. My ears are still ringing from the crowds yelling, and I use adorable vocals. I don't think I can take much more of this. I really hope this is the last fucking song. Sully almost menacingly, the background music of Io's latest song begins to build. Sorry about that. It was louder and louder until I can feel it vibrating through the ground. I still have my teeth start to chatter. My whole body trembles with nervous feeling. Nervous energy. You know, I've seen some cars souped up with so many stereos that within 10 feet of you walking near the car, you can feel the ground shake. 10 feet away and you're feeling the ground shake. Light bursts from the stage like fireworks, once more revealing Ayu's perfect body. The crowd, as expected, goes absolutely nuts. Ayu! Ayu shakes a pose, holds out one of her arms as though beckoning the crowd, while her other hand curls around the microphone. Gail's gaze sweeps across the sea spread out before her. She smiles sweetly as though thanking each and every one of her fans. For a moment, her eyes seem to catch mine. The gaze linkers, hot like coals of me. I feel my skin prickling. Just pick me out of the crowd. Does she even know I'm alive? Surrounded by so many people and stuff that she can even see me. I'm not even one by his fans. I'm not this concert, but I love her music. And from being something else, I actively think her high-pitched voice is annoying. So you notice, is that why she's looking at me? Tell me if we'll expose. I'm not like the other men here. I'm just a filthy imposter. I shouldn't be here at all. So let's leave. Bright lights hurt my eyes. I wince. All the while I continues to hold my gaze, staring at me. Her eyes large and all consuming. Then she begins to sing. Oh, this is just great. Now what am I going to do? Kicking a loose pebble on the sidewalk, it skitters away, bouncing a handful of times before it's swallowed up by the darkness. The street's dark, but only by a few street lamps. Damn cold, too. Not sure what time it is. These guys have been around 21:30. Then there was the handshake event I had to go to. I attended the off chance I might be able to get a brief word with the famous AU and a couple of photos. Wasn't meant to be. Waited in line to shake IU's holy hand for well over an hour. Almost at the front of the queue when the handshake event ended, and those of us unfortunate enough to meet the adult face to face were told to go screw off by the security guard. Now, he didn't say in quite those terms, there were more apologies involved, but that's what it boiled down to. Sorry, but it's getting late and I have a busy schedule. We'll need to cut this handshake event short for now. I apologize to you for I apologize to those of you who are unable to see IU. Please support her during her next concert. You'll get another chance to see her then. With that, bye! The camera couldn't weigh as heavy and the bag looped around my shoulder. I wish I had a chance to actually use any of it. If only the trains hadn't been delayed. If only. It's not my fault that I got to the concert late. There were delays. Couldn't be helped. Try explaining that to my boss on Monday, though. I'll pin the blame on this debacle squarely on my skinny ass shoulders. It's easier to chew me out than the whole rail company. Seems to be something a lot lately. I think it must be stress. Not a critical lack of sleep. I can understand that one. Who knew such a photographer could be such hard work? It's almost midnight on a Saturday. I don't think the first time boss had me working during the weekends. Certainly won't be the fucking last. I came all the way out here just so I could take a picture of his latest concert. Didn't get a single one. Waste of fucking time. Honestly, I should probably head home. I'm exhausted. Something with a fucking headache. Going in bed, resting head on a nice soft pillow. I swear I come to this part of Tokyo. In front of me is craving a drink. Oh, nice high-end class bars around the area. Sure could use a pick-me-up. Daily too long, things will stop running. I'll have to spend the night in a hotel. It's like a pain. I can rest that bitch when I get to it. So, it's a pretty nice bar around here. Only a short walk away. Aching legs could use some exercise. Snow wind brings me the colors to my cheeks. I'm gonna be more than a handful of steps, however, when I pause. So a lone woman crossing the street parallel to me, walking in the opposite direction. Head low. Her features obscured by the dark, but something about her looks familiar. Hair is a light orange, tied back into two cute twin tails. Fuck, my tongue does not want to listen to me. The twin tails strain behind her like banners as she walks, fluttering in the breeze. I recognize that hair anywhere if I hadn't seen it illuminated by the bright lights of age about an hour ago. Hi, you. No fucking way. Why is she walking the nighttime Tokyo streets alone? She's a famous idol. Shouldn't she be chaperoned by at least a dozen bodyguards? Doesn't make sense. No reason for her to be out at a time like this. Maybe it isn't IU. Could be someone who just so happens to look a lot like her. Impossible. Same cute pink and white outfit she wore while she was performing. Many layered skirt, ruffled rockawar. A light fancy wedding cake atop her head. A small, not at all practical hat. Arms and legs are bare, exposed to the elements. She's wearing a very tall, impressive pair of heels, loud clacking with every step. Hard for me to see her clearly during the concert, given I was so far away from the stage. IU was nothing more than a blur, barely visible above the thousands of fans. Now, however, she's standing impossibly close to me, only a few feet away on the other side of the street. She feels less like an incredible, untouchable idol and more like a regular human being. But who she is? IU might be beloved by millions of people across Japan, but she's not infallible. She doesn't have magical powers. She's no goddess to be worshipped at an altar. Regular girl. Without those heels of hers, she'd probably be pretty short. She's less impressive now on the wind-swept street than she was on the stage, but she feels more approachable. The avatar is changing, as if reading this guy, reading the thoughts straight out of his head. A very lucky break indeed. These photos ain't taking themselves. Oh, she doesn't look happy about that. Definitely her. Nobody else this could be. Has the eyes to capture millions of hearts ever since her official debut. As I've seen in the magazines, TV screen, billboards. Same idol I saw begrudgingly as she performed on stage, bathed in a sea of lights. Can't let her go. The future of my career rides on this. I'd rather not be fired. IU! What? She takes a step back, alarmed. She doesn't sound moved by my cries. If anything, she looks like downright disgusted. promise of maybe not being shouted at by my area boss, or indeed being fired, is too heady a holy grail for me to pass up. This doesn't sound like a terrible thing to do at all, on a freaking empty street with an idol. Taking another step forward, I tries retreating, but I'm faster than she is. And she's wearing a very high pair of heels. She totters, teeters, and looks like she's gonna fall. She opens her mouth wide, and a high-pitched squeal meets my lips. She might have called me a mongrel and a bug. True, I have no fond feelings for her music, but I still don't want her to get hurt. Let's try and help her. Throwing caution to the wind, dive forward, seizing Ayu's wrist with my arm and pull her teetering body against mine. Gee, this could not get worse. Watch how it gets worse. Gravity. It got worse. Time seems to slow to a trickle. Seconds turn into minutes, which then turn to hours. And then a loud thud and a whirring crunch, I collapse against the cold, gray sidewalk. Then when I wake up, I am strapped to a hospital gurney, unable to move, with handcuffs keeping me there. With at least 5 officers and a lawyer ready to drill me all and haul me away to the nearest jail. Oh, okay. He isn't knocked out. Head's pounding, back hurts, naturally. Hope you haven't broken any bones, you'd know that. Twitch your fingertips, all in working order. Trying to sit up, but you can't because there's a weight on your chest. It's Ayu. Well, that's certainly different. Yeah. Her legs are spread, her thighs I don't know if it's distance, but is that a word? But her skirt is all crumpled up. Holds her hand to her head, wincing as she tries to gather her bearings. Dazed and confused. I don't think she's hurt, as I think I took the worst of it. Yeah, I can see why, if you even were able to get to publishing them. Crap. It's all broken, isn't it? You mean by the mounting anxiety and the mounting IU? The camera's broken, you can't take a picture even though she's right in front of you. And she might also call the police. And you've screwed up once more. He's really gonna be best. And back to this. You blink up at this. She doesn't reply, just stares at me. Eyes blank, unseeing, her mouth slack. Her soul hasn't escaped her body yet, has it? She got into a state of catatonic shock? Since I was an idol and a popular one, she must be bound by quite a strict contract. Most idols aren't allowed to spend much time with members of the opposite sex. Could this be the first time she's ever been so close and personal with a man? And that isn't her father? I guess why she's staring at me so intensely. It's like she just clapped her eyes and next to terrestrial. Damn. So instead of just possibly breaking a bunch of heavy expensive equipment, you might have also broken the idol. She looks utterly delectable, much like the fake strawberry that adorns her tiny top hat. I don't think much about your singing voice, but I can finally see in painfully clear detail why she's so enduringly popular. She is insanely good looking, and unlike a lot of other celebs who hide behind extensive photo editing, she looks even better in person. She smells good too, ironically like strawberries. The wind runs through Ayu's hair, wafting her scent towards me. Her unique aroma fills my nostrils, while her body consumes my eyes. Now my five senses know nothing other than Ayu. Zooming out does not make this picture any better. So everything just starts going away, and it doesn't even matter that you can't breathe. You just want to be sat upon by this idol for all of eternity. That's hardly practical. If anybody sees us like this, we're done for. Ayu's reputation will be in the shreds. Unless, of course, she claims I molested her, then I can forget about my work-related woes. I'm straight to prison. Yay! Ugh, fuck, this is bad. I'm trying to wriggle my way out of this position where things will go from bad to worse. Hey, please, we can't stay like this in the middle of a public street. I don't want to sound rude, but would you mind moving for both of our sakes? She breathes heavily. Her voluptuous chest rises and falls, and her thighs kink around my waist. Rather than extracting herself from me, she's gripping more intensely than ever. Please. I try to save her, but to little avail. Fingertips grip the fabric of my shirt, and she does something truly improbable. She begins grinding her hips against me. I there like a pinned bug. I'm so stunned I hardly know what to think or feel. This is incredible, or things taking a bit too far. Let's go with incredible. This is a perfect paragon of feminine beauty. Keeps rubbing against me. I won't be responsible for my future actions. She's so cute, and the love moans spilling from her mouth are to die for. I was never a big fan of Ayu, but if this keeps up, she may just convert me. And after this is over and done with, I will be obligated to attend the rest of her concerts. Will I be able to fork out to buy the cash of all her new CDs, merch, and tickets for her performance? It'll be hard to do that if I lose my job, though. It'll be even harder if I get sent to prison. I should probably put an end to this, but I'm a weak man. Ayu's undeniably good looking, and she's more appealing than ever when she isn't talking in that annoying, high-pitched voice of hers. Her moans. So sexy. It should be a crime, really, to feel more of her perfect body against mine. I want to hold her, kiss her. Ayu blinks, looks down at me, her fingers still curled around the fabric of my shirt, lips pursed. Her eyes don't look glassy like they did before. Though she's still blushing, her brow is furrowed. She don't like she's enjoying herself. It's like she seems downright pissed. You... Yes, what is it? Yes, me. You pervert! Damn. Yeah, that's definitely gonna leave a mark. Alright, so we have a headache, back pain. You're probably gonna get fired for property damage and also not being able to do your job. You might go to prison for this little incident. A nice way to cap off the night. Less than a worm. She doesn't even try to help me off her feet, even though I made a lot of mistakes and did some stupid stuff. Instead, she spits vitriol at me, even more corrosive than the harshest of chemicals. I try getting up, but Dayu doesn't make it easy. Slapping my face wasn't enough to satisfy her self-righteous rage, because she decides to kick my shin. Stagger back, hissing and double over in pain. Fuck, that sucks. Damn it. Ayu's heels are very sharp and pointed. Being kicked by them hurts. This Ayu's hatred has helped to ease my raging passions. I don't feel turned on anymore. Instead, I feel pained, upset, and confused. I wasn't trying to take advantage of you. You fell and I went to steady you. It's because of me that you didn't hurt yourself. Could you just thank me for that at least? Thank you. She stares at me incredulously. Well, she ain't wrong about that. Point one to Ayu. She rushes on off, muttering to herself all the while. Her arms swing back and forth at her sides like a soldier's. Not sure what she's saying, but a few choice bits and pieces of her angry monologue fill her back to me on the cool breeze. Loser. I don't move, too stunned by my unexpected encounter with Kakayo. I can only stand there, mouth agape. Only after a few minutes have elapsed and Ayu has faded from view that I finally return to my senses. Head still throbbing, my back aches, but I don't think I've broken anything. That's something to thank for at least. At the same time, can't be said from that camera. One cursory look inside my bag and soon wish I hadn't even bothered. Two ways to go about this. My boss is definitely going to kill me. What a day. Alright then. Let's see who this new person is. Oh.